haven't
it's
seen
11.
anybody in so long.
Who are you? You look so familiar.
Where are we?
I don't know. Refresh.
Refresh.
Maybe.
She always tells me to refresh.
Oh, I tell you are fresh. Did you actually click the button? Because nothing happened. I know it's been a while.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to shoot her. Look at that. Oh dear.
It's been quite some time, hasn't it?
Where have you been, people?
They've been here with me. Where have
I
you
know.
been?
Jess has kept me at the cutting table in the shipping department.
Technically, they did that. I didn't. So I'm just saying,
But
it's
if you
technically
didn't sell
them.
it, they wouldn't buy it. So
Yes,
it's
but
your
if they
fault.
didn't buy it, you wouldn't have to stand there. So
Hi, Gloria.
just letting you know.
Hi, Mary.
Yes, Mary, we've already
I think
started.
you're both speaking. Yep, here we are.
And as one happy customer said on YouTube, if you cut out the giggling, there'd be nothing left. Yeah, I know.
That's true. That's
We're
right.
totally, we know that. I'm sorry that you're a sourpuss.
Exactly.
I'm very
She
excited.
called us ladies. Good morning,
Lady.
Look at
I
that.
don't think I've ever been called lady in my life.
Oh.
I'm very excited because we have a 2-for-1 for you today. You don't even know what we're doing, do you?
No, I
No.
didn't even think to ask. I've been too busy.
We got a 2-for-1. It's a two-pata if we were in Boston, which we're not.
Is it?
I don't know. I listened to a podcast and they're from the Boston area and they try to subdue their accent. And every
Yeah.
once in a while they'll come out and like, two-pata. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, you know. You know where they're from.
There was somebody that commented on one of their things and was like, how do you change the speed? Because somehow I must have hit the button and it sounds like they're talking really fast. And somebody said, are you from the West Coast? She goes, yeah, why? And she was like, yeah, East Coast people talk fast. That's normal speed for them.
Yeah, really.
It's true. It's very true.
So, Deb called us the dynamic duo.
Well,
Oh.
come on.
Should we get t-shirts? The dynamic.
Listen, I'm working on getting a sublimation printer for Christmas. Why? Because I don't
she
have one
wants
and I
it?
want one. But then we can make t-shirts for ourselves. Just for us. And they can say anything they want.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you know, within reason. Well, whatever we want.
Well, we can say whatever
So-
we want. Just can't wear them on here.
I
probably.
do say whatever I want. So
That's for sure.
our 2-part series for today, our show. I love when people call this the
Yeah,
show
I
because it's
know.
really funny.
I'm from the Boston area. Of course, I really noticed the accent, even though I still have mine.
It's funny because you don't notice your own accent until other people point it out or until other people have thick accents. Whenever I go to Kentucky, I realize how different my accent is because theirs is so thick. And also they go, you don't sound like you're from New York. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Because there's a different, I'm from a different part. But anyway, we're not here to talk about
Kelly
accents.
wants t-shirts too.
I mean, everybody does.
And Jackie says hello from sunny, gorgeous Myrtle Beach.
Jackie, you're a New Yorker. Knock it off. And
Yeah,
Jackie, this is really weird. I have somebody by your exact name, first and last, in my class this weekend, and it's not you. And it's very weird because I went,
That's very
she's
strange.
not coming home, is she? I'm like, wait a minute.
She was home not that long ago.
Right, but I was like, that's why. I'm like, she's not coming home again. So somebody's in my class this weekend, and she has your name, and I don't know who she is, and I think it's very funny. So our two-pata for today is going to be half talking about selling stuff, because we talk about pricing a lot, but I don't always get to chime in on the selling stuff, because I'm kind of that person that shares recipes that I don't cook. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, hey, here's a great idea. We've talked about pricing here so many times, but I don't really have a lot to say because I don't do it anymore. So I have my, look at my new notebook.
Oh,
Isn't it
it's so
beautiful?
pretty.
I love stuff, but I love pretty notebooks. I wrote down like actual numbers, and I don't want to be tacky and tasteless and be like, guess how much money I made. I just think that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of crass. But, I mean, if you wanted to, I'd tell you, I'm not embarrassed. It's just weird. But I wrote them down just to kind of compare cost versus profit so I can give you some feedback on what happened this weekend. And then, because it's December 2nd, I literally don't know how that happened. It is December
December
2nd. We are in crunch time to get stuff done. And I know a lot of you are
She's
getting...
leaving again.
And I'm leaving again because that never happens in December. I rarely ever go anywhere. I try to not work in December if possible, but I have to leave again. I'm teaching tomorrow and then I'm leaving on Sunday for Florida. That's a whole other story.
I'm in charge.
And Barb's in charge. So so because I'm leaving, I lost my train of thought. Here, let me turn my light on. That'll help. Isn't it pretty? So I just have my remote here. I don't know why it's here. So that's what I was gonna say. I have quick things in front of me, and I also have another YouTube channel for you to check out if you haven't already, and some other stuff. So, are we good? Should we go? I'm frozen. I don't know why I'm frozen.
Yeah, because I don't think you'll have an answer for this
No.
one. Helene wants to know how you determine the value of a singer, not a featherweight, purchased in the 60s. I don't know. When you find out, Helene...
I have no
I have
idea.
one.
I have no clue.
I have a singer that was purchased in the 60s, so when you figure it out...
Me
let
too,
know.
and I would not know how to answer that.
Nope.
If we're frozen, I can't fix that. That's a Facebook thing, because our Wi-Fi is
It's
doing
UK.
good, so
It's UK.
I'm sorry. Shelly, I saw that. Knock it off. She's not having a sale. Yes, I'm going to... We already did that. Yes, I'm going to Florida again. The first trip to Florida was for the show. This trip is for 3 guilds. It just kind of escalated. I don't know how it happened.
I thought it was 2.
No, it's 3 now. I know. So anyway, we won't even get into that.
You need help.
I think I need help mentally.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Are there any therapists out there?
I would love to go along with you.
Actually, please don't comment.
No.
So, and this is actually updated. Okay. So, I'm not gonna like lay out numbers. I just think that's stupid. But I'm gonna tell you what happened. So, I did 2 events this weekend, and then I have the website for sales. And I'm talking about mostly the ornaments, but also a little bit of jewelry. But I'm just gonna say ornaments because that's majority of what I made. So I always tell you guys, my thoughts on pricing, and I implemented them as well. And so basically what happened was on Friday, you guys saw me, I think most of you saw me. We did a real quick Facebook Live from Log Cabin. So Log Cabin was event number 1. So Log Cabin is a quilt shop, if you're not familiar, if you're new here, or if you just don't know what I'm talking about. And they're a quilt shop. I teach there. That's where I'm teaching tomorrow. They're some of my best friends. Like, it's a whole thing. So
Some of your best friends.
Some of them. Oh my God. You know where you stand. My God. The only best friend. And the other ones, listen, I need new friends, apparently. I'm not holding up. I'm not doing the right thing. So anyway, some of my best friends.
There you go. That's better.
I don't have tons and tons of friends. I have best friends because I love them all to pieces. And I get to see another one of them, my sister, over the weekend.
There you go.
So, So anyway. All right, so.
Shelly's mad now. She thought they were your best friends.
You guys, oh my God, I'm done with all of you. Shelly also was the one that said, we get your leftovers about ornaments. So,
Yeah.
Shelly, I have a few things I like to say to you. So anyway, I love you guys so much. And I'm glad that you appreciate me being here every single Friday. All right, we're done. We're done with the laughing. We're going to talk serious time now. So, well, as serious as I can get. So on Friday, Lisa and Bonnie and Pat invited me to come, and we've never done this before. Like, usually the weekend after Thanksgiving is their anniversary sale, because it is their anniversary of when they opened the new location. It's their 11th year, which is just so crazy to me. Because it feels like, in some ways, it's like, I've been going there for like 20 years. In other ways, I'm like, you've been open 11 years? How did time move that fast? So we tried something new. It's not something we've done before. We had that one little event in October where Shelly. See, Shelly's got me all distracted. Yeah. Linda and Margie were selling bags and I was selling jewelry. So we decided to try something new. Had no clue what it was going to do. I paid $0 to be there. That right there, my friends, is the best way to do something, is when you have $0. My investment was in my product, which I have other avenues to sell, but I paid $0 to be there. It cost me my time of being there on a Friday. That was it. And I'm usually there that Friday anyway, so I was planning on it regardless. So for you guys, it might be something where you have a friend or a family member or somebody in your life that's like, hey, I have a hair salon, I have this, I have that. Do you want to try something out and join me? I love low risk, because if I don't pay anything to do it and it doesn't sell, it didn't matter. You know, of course we all want to sell stuff, but if it cost me $0 to go there, why not try it out? So I did. By far did the absolute best out of any of the locations at Log Cabin. Probably made over three times, I'm doing math now, over 3 times what I did day 2. Why? I don't know. Why was it that at a quilt shop, ornaments sold? Why was it on that location that day? I have no idea. Those are the things that I can't answer, and those are the things that, as makers going to craft fairs and markets and things, there's always going to be hit or miss. There's going to be those ones, and you used to do craft fairs a lot. I did amazing today, tomorrow, meh. This one was great last year, not great today. Everything, it's a roller coaster. And we're in a funny time right now. I mean, the world is weird. So I didn't know what to expect. All I knew was that I knew what I had, I knew what I wanted, and I knew that it didn't cost me any money to be there, so whatever happened, happened. It by far well over exceeded my expectations. So here's a funny thing that I did notice there though, and this is usually not the case. I had my table. Next to me was another table of some low-priced items. Excuse me, that was loud. Sorry. Little table runners are you familiar with the 10-minute table runners? I know you are. 10-minute table runners, some pillows, some stockings. Some basically the person making those was trying to move her inventory. They were priced to go. I mean, less expensive than probably the materials that went into it. They weren't selling on Friday. I don't know what happened over the rest of the weekend, but I was like, that's weird. That's weird that the lower price stuff is not moving, because usually at any event like this, that stuff's flying out. Everyone's like, ooh, I can get stuff for $10. So I did have friends show up. I did have other customers show up. I did have people come specifically for me, but I also sold a lot to other people that I don't know or don't know well or don't follow me. So Log Cabin event, thumbs up, perfect. It was amazing. It was everything I wanted. So you kind of get that little high and you're like, ooh, I wonder if tomorrow will be just like today. It was not.
Live and learn.
It was not. And the thing is, I haven't done a craft fair or a holiday market, as they called it, or anything like this in so long. I didn't know. I was very tired. So now we're moving on to Saturday. I was tired. And when I'm tired, I don't know about you guys, I lose my ambition to talk to people. I try, but I'm just like, ugh. Because I'm tired. And then I get kind of like, don't say anything that I don't want to hear, because I'm really not in the mood for it. I'm not in my woo mood where I'm like, you don't have to like me. I'm like, just move on, you know? And so I know that I probably was not my most best self. That makes a difference too. Luckily for me, I had 2 friends with me that my friend Katrina, I love her to death, but she just really wanted a girls' night. That was really all that this was about. She was like, let's have a girls' night. Let's stay over and go out to dinner. So she came, helped me set up, helped me do everything. And she was there really just for that. But that girl can sell things. It didn't matter that I wasn't in the mood, because she was taking care of it. We ate very well. There were food trucks. Delicious. So, we snacked, we talked, we had a good day. I paid $80 for that table. So I don't need to sell a lot to make up for $80. That's not that much money. It was an hour from my house. So you do have to factor that in. I did have to get up early. I did have to drive there. I did have to set up. I did the same setup that I had at Log Cabin. Disappointing. I was promised an 8-foot table. I got a 6-foot table. I was in a corner where I thought it might be good, because the door was here and then it was one table and then me. I think I was overlooked a little bit because I was in a weird position. I think people were going straight down the aisles. But in the long run, I did do well. I made that money back, no problem. Did I do as well as Friday? No. Am I disappointed? No, but it definitely makes a difference when you're like, I'm here, and now all of a sudden I'm here. I didn't lose money. I just lost a day, and I just don't think it was the right market for me. Should I try it again next year? I don't know. I don't know. You know, will the economy be different? Will people showing up be different? I don't know. I'm not sure. You never know how that's going to go. For me personally, I usually I give it my 2 to 3 time try. I used to do that at shows too. 2 to 3 times, like that's my maximum. 2 times, if it's awful, I'm not going back. 3 times, if it's let me see if the 3rd time is the charm. I don't think that I will go back, only because it makes more sense for me to go to Log Cabin. They're 15 minutes from my house. We did really well. I'm hanging out with my friends.
And it's free.
It's free. And it's free. So like logic says free is better. You know, $80 is not bad, but free is better. You know, so even with my hotel room and my dinner, I still made money, but it just wasn't the thing. And I don't think that I fit into what I assumed was going to be a high-end craft fair, like a market. There were a lot of $7 ornaments. There were a lot of, you know, $5 items.
Fair.
It was a craft fair. I thought it was more of like a boutique kind of a thing, like we did at Log Cabin. It wasn't. There was food items. There were some expensive things. I just don't think it was for me. And the big seller, the people that were selling like hotcakes, they were right in front of the door. So, I mean, that always helps. Bam, first thing you see. All of their shirts said Wyndham Mountain on it. They were Catskill something. They were a clothing-based company based in the mountain. So people were like, ooh, hometown. So $20, $30 for a sweatshirt. I don't mind spending that. So they had a great location and they had the item that people wanted. I don't think that it was for me. I just don't. And just like all of you, I know every one of you that sells stuff does this to yourself, because I know I've done it. Should I change my prices? Should I edit them? Maybe that's the reason. Maybe I would be happier if I sold more for less money instead of, you know, less for the dollar amount that I'm asking for. And then I sat there and I thought 2 things. Number one, why? Why do I have to do that? Why do I have to change what I'm doing to meet other people's budgets? And number 2, isn't that what I always tell you guys not to do? And I'm like, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and be like, guys, don't worry, I changed all my ornament prices because I don't care about my self-worth. I'm not going to do that. So when you're having one of those moments and you're like, well, I guess I could sell more bags if I change the prices. Why? If that's not your audience, it's not. I know how much it sucks. I understand that you might have spent $300 to be there, or you might have driven 2 hours, 3 hours from your house. I get it. Not everything is going to work for you. Not everything is going to be the best that it can be. Not everything works the first time around. Maybe you need to try it again if you feel like there's at least some momentum. So for me, as odd as it is, I'm going to bail on this one. I think this one was a no for me. One really cool thing did happen. I forgot to tell you this. It was so fun. This very nice lady, and I'm so sorry. Her name is Yvonne, I believe, or Yvette. I'm so sorry if I cannot remember. My brain's mush. She came up with her mom and we were talking, and she just kind of casually said, I follow you on YouTube and you always tell us to get out of our comfort zone and do something that we're uncomfortable with. And normally I wouldn't have introduced myself to you. And then here I am not remembering her first name because I'm a butthole. And she's like, so I just wanted to say hi. And she's like, and I'm so excited to meet you. And she bought an ornament and we were talking. And my friend Katrina goes, do you want to get a picture with her? And she goes, can I? And I was like, sure. I'm like, I'm done. Plus, I had lobster, macaroni, and cheese, and it was amazing.
There you go.
So, I mean, it was a great time. I had a great weekend. I was whooped by Sunday. I mean, exhausted by Sunday. So, Sunday, I didn't get much of anything done. Sunday, I had all the goals in the world of getting ornaments on the website. Was not happening. So, all day Monday, was it Monday that Sean was here? Yes. Sean, Barb's son, and Fry, little puppy Fry, little French Fry, he's the cutest thing ever, came to visit.
He's not that little.
He's not that little, he's gangly. We were very distracted playing with him. I was anyway, I was on the floor a lot.
Yeah.
I spent all day getting all those pictures done, got it up on my website. So I do have the luxury of having a website, having a customer base, having option number 3. So the ornaments are not going to waste. I will probably give some out for Christmas because they're made, and I went overboard in making them. I sold them on my website, and I've sold more on the website than I did when I was in Wyndham. So cost factor cost me my time. yes, the website costs me money, but the way I look at it, the website always costs me money. No matter what I'm selling on it, it's a fraction of that money. It really just costs me time. I spent pretty much all day Monday, and I think not even half the day on Tuesday getting stuff done. So it was more of a time factor than anything else. So I tried some different things out. I know what works. I know what doesn't work. I want to get stuff on the website rather than making it to do in-person things. And I'd rather go to Log Cabin because why, Barb? It's free.
It's free.
So, plus I like being there. Exactly. So it's like, why would you not want to do that? And it's close to my house. It just makes sense. So I tried it. Now it's your turn. Go out and sell your stuff. Stop being a baby. Go out there and try different things. Because you could have come to all of these events and we could have had very different results. You could have done phenomenally in Wyndham, maybe not as good at Log Cabin. I don't know. There's so many different options and it doesn't happen overnight. I've said that before. I have been doing this. I've had my website longer, but I have been writing patterns and selling stuff on my website for 11 years, almost 12. The first few years were nothing. I remember I did, because we didn't have iPhones. So my email wasn't on my phone, but like, I forgot to check the email half the time to see if anyone had ordered anything because no one ever did. And I was like, and I checked and I go, oh my God, that's so cool. Somebody ordered something one time in like the whole month. But that one time made me super excited. Right now, it probably wouldn't make me as excited to be like, wow, we got one sale in a month. But every little bit counts. So just do it. Just do it.
You know,
that's
what
all I'm
might be a
saying.
place that would be good for you that you might want to look into?
Not leaving here again.
Brookside Museum in Boston Spa does a Christmas market, and you don't have to be there.
I love that.
They have
totally
some
fine
of
with
their
that.
books there.
That's how Shaker is too.
Yeah.
It's a big deal to
So-
get into that.
But Brookside, I don't know. I don't know how much they charge.
I don't know.
It'd be interesting because you don't have to.
I mean, obviously, this is not the biggest part of my business. You know, this was just a fun thing.
Thought you were gonna have fun.
I just wanted to have fun, and I did have fun. The thing is, I've always been obsessed with jewelry and Christmas ornaments. That is something that has been a constant in my life that I've always made and loved. I mean, since I was a kid, I've made different Christmas ornaments. I've always played around with jewelry. I can remember being like 9, 10 years old, making friendship bracelets. I've always done stuff like that. My business took off into the sewing part and expanded into all these supplies that I wasn't intending. And those things got put on the back burner. And now I get to do them again. I have space. I have a laser. I have, some time, not a lot, but I get to do some of the other things that are fun. And I figured if I'm doing them and I'm showing them to you guys, I want to try and show them to other people. And just because I didn't make a boatload of money and I'm not like every ornament sold out, I'm not defeated. I didn't do anything wrong. I still made money. I didn't lose money. That's number one. Losing money, that stinks. I didn't lose any money. I spent some time. I got to spend time at home making ornaments. I got to play with my laser. And that's a whole other thing, is getting to know that and getting to try different things out with that. And just like with our sewing machines, you don't just know everything at once. You start playing around with different things and it's fun. It's really fun. So the ornaments are on the website. Whatever we have is what we have. And if you are looking at them and thinking, that's a little bit pricey for a Christmas ornament. I get it. I get that it's not in everyone's budget. I get that you're not going to decorate your entire tree with them. They're not, the bargain price. They're meant to be special. They're meant to be for a special gift or a special memento for, 2022 or whatever. I don't want any memories of this year. I want this year to be over. But that's the way it is. And just like I would tell you, don't mark your bags down to fit someone's budget. I'm not going to mark my ornaments down. I know what they're worth. I know the time that went into them. I know the prices that went into them. And that's where I'm at. I can be a lot of things. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. So you're not going to see them like, oh, they're $10 now. Here you go. No, I'll just use them next year or give them for Christmas presents or put them on my own tree.
Give Karen Thompson some positive enforcement.
Let me see. Go back.
Where'd she go?
All I see is Shelly reminding me that we're
Shelly,
best
stop.
friends.
Here.
I have my first 3-day market starting Friday. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Karen, okay, listen. First of all, throwing up sucks. Don't do that. It hurts my back. But if I understand, because here's the thing I've been thinking about a lot. I don't get nervous and uncomfortable, and I don't take it personally when someone's like, oh, I don't like that cork color. Barb says it to me all the time. I think you have certain ones that you don't like. Where me, I'm like, there's hardly any I don't like. Like that video I made on TikTok, I'm like, what don't I like?
Yeah.
You know, because I order it. But Barb saying to me, I don't like that color. I'm not like, oh, that hurts my heart.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, then don't use it. So the
Exactly.
supplies never bother me. I'm never bothered by that. When I write a pattern and someone has something really crappy to say about it, that's what gets to me. And I remind myself over and over again, you're not for everybody. You're not going to make everybody happy. And that's one person's opinion. So I totally get it. Even though this is not what I do all the time, I'm not making and selling things all the time. My patterns are your things that you're selling. It's the equivalent for me. Because when somebody, and I had it happen earlier this week, I woke up to a horrible, one of the rudest emails I've ever gotten. She bullet pointed each of the things she didn't like about. I'm sorry. I'm laughing about it now because it's funny. There were bullet points about how much she didn't like me and my patterns. I was like, woman, is there a PowerPoint I should be watching? Like, she went deep into this, and I was like,
oh my God.
Clearly you had things to get off your chest. She also threw in
too much free time.
I don't even care if she's watching. She also threw in all of the other designers that are better than me. So this is the stuff that I deal with. And at first I was like, well, that's just that's rude. And some of the things she said were unvalidated. Like she was like, this pattern's not beginner friendly. Well, I never said that it was. Like, I don't know why you're saying that. And then she was like talking about needing help with it, but never reached out to me. And like saying I don't know, just kind of unfounded, stupid things like that I could have helped. And then the rest of it was just basically, you're a terrible designer, I don't like your patterns, I'm throwing it in the garbage, and everybody else is better than you. And even via email, it still hurts my feelings, and I get it. And Karen and anybody else who's listening, you're going to be sitting there, and I chime in, because I know some of you know this. I know Diane Lil's watching, she knows this. They walk over, they pick it up, they look at it, they put it down. Or they go, how much is this? And when you tell them, they're like, and they leave, because those are not the people you're trying to sell to. They don't get it. They don't understand. They don't get the work that goes into it. You're going to get someone that goes, I can make that myself. Well, then go home and do it.
Exactly.
I'm here for my own purpose. So here's the thing. Karen, I'm talking to you directly, okay? You're going to kill it. You're going to do good. It's a great time of year. You got your stuff. I've seen a lot of your stuff. All of you post stuff, and you do beautiful work. I'm telling you that even if you don't think so, you do great. You do amazing work. There's always going to be someone that does better than you, and always someone that could use improvement to get better like you. Stay in your lane, do your thing, enjoy yourself, sell your product, talk about it. Are you familiar with cork? Have you ever seen cork?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about what cork is.
What is it?
It's this really cool stuff. And then you feel it. Isn't that neat? Did you know that cork is eco-friendly? Did you know? And you talk about things. Do you sew? Oh, you don't sew? Oh, well, I've been sewing since I was a little girl. And you have conversations. Some people are going to waste your time and walk away. And you just say, well, it's fine. I pepped myself up and I got all excited. And some people are going to go, you know what? I kind of liked her. I liked her personality. I liked her bag. I'm going to buy that bag. I want to buy that bag. It's hard. It is hard. I know that. But day one is probably going to be the worst day of your life, because you're going to be going, oh my God, but you're going to be okay.
Yep.
And I hope you sell out. And if you don't, you didn't do anything wrong. Maybe it just wasn't the market for you. Listen, I hate to say it. I don't like saying this kind of stuff here, but the economy sucks. I know that. We all know that. I see the numbers. I see the things going on. And here's the biggest indication. I live off of Western Ave, which is one of the main roads. It goes all the way to downtown Albany. It goes out west. It's a big route. When you, from the end of November until December, you avoid Route 20. You don't go there at all. There's a mall with 2 entrances on it. There are businesses everywhere. It's chaotic. I came home yesterday around 5:30, and I was like, oh man, I'm going to hit all this traffic. I was trying to get to the UPS store. I'm like, I'm never going to get there. There was no traffic.
Yeah.
There was no traffic on the road.
Difference.
There's a lot going on right now. So we're all doing the best that we can. Coming off of the Northway, there's usually this big backup. There's cops. There's everything.
Yep.
Don't use this entrance. There wasn't anything. There weren't any people on the ramp. So there is a lot going on right now. Do the best that you can. Don't feel defeated because this is a hard year for any of us. It's a hard year for everyone who's in a small business and everyone who's trying to start a business and everyone who's selling stuff. Do the best you can. Be as happy and positive as you can. Talk to people. Don't take it personally, as hard as it is. And I know I still do. 11 years into this, I'm still like, well, that was a crappy email. But now I'm laughing about it because I'm like, you literally bullet pointed all of the things you didn't like. It's like, okay.
Think about it.
I'm
It's
like,
kind of silly.
wait, I have another point.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. Like, what do you want me to do? You know, you can't please everybody.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
I mean, if anyone, this one right here, she's so good about that. We have been flat out insanely busy from the sale. It's that time of year. It's crazy. We've been doing so much. She's not in a bad mood. She's just doing her thing. You guys have been amazing.
Yeah.
I will say, holy,
I agree.
you guys, I've received 2 emails, 2 order inquiry emails since last week. Neither of them are people whose names are familiar. So, you know, they might not know, they might not follow me on Facebook. I've tried. I put it in the newsletter. I put it out there. I'm like, listen, we're printing labels. We're working our butts off. We're doing everything we can. I couldn't even help Barb. I helped her on Monday. I couldn't help her the rest of the week because I've been trying to do stuff. I've been doing a lot of other things. I'm going to Florida. I'm trying to do stuff. It's the way that it is.
She's going to Florida.
Yeah. I'm not even going outside. You know I'm going to be inside the whole time. So,
You're gonna be
you know.
in the villages.
I am going to be in the villages.
From what I understand, there's a lot going on in the villages all the time.
I won't be doing any of that stuff. I got a lecture and I got 3 classes, and that's it. So yes, I am going to the villages, and then I'm going to, and I'm probably saying it wrong, Dunellen?
Dunellen?
I don't know. Spruce Creek. I can say that one. Dunnellon. Dunellen? I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is I'm going there.
And then where? After that? Where's the
To
third
my
one?
sister. No, that's the 3rd one. It's villages, 2
2
guilds,
in the villages.
and then Dunellen.
Ellen.
Done. I'm done, Ellen. Spruce Creek. So yes, it was one of those things that I heard you were coming. Do you want to come to our guild? And I was like, sure. I heard you were coming. Do you want to come to our guild? I'm like, okay. And sadly for me, it was supposed to be we were supposed to extend it, and it was supposed to be a vacation for myself and Eric, but because 2022 is not done with me yet, it just started pummeling lemons at my head. So I'm trying to make lemonade out of it. And my husband is not going with me because, yeah, it's been a week. It's been a week where I have a lot of anger. But I think I've been doing pretty well considering the circumstances.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I'm
Definitely.
laughing about it.
She is.
I said to Barb, if I wrote all this down and told somebody that
simple.
all of these things happened to the 2 of us this year, people wouldn't believe it. If I put this in a movie, you go, okay, that was too much. You went over the top. That was too many things.
Could be a bestseller.
It could be. It could be.
Keep you entertained.
I haven't had a year like this in a long time. And the last time, it took me years of therapy to move on. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
Fine.
But I'm not saying anything yet. We're going to try to make this disaster into something really cool, because my goal for 2023, well, number 1 is to not lose any more limbs in the Vandenberg household. That's number 1. Let's keep all of our body parts. If you don't know what I'm talking about, my husband has 9 toes. Go back and watch. That's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is to put more content out, because I started out good in January. Every day I was putting stuff out. I was doing all the stuff. I want to put more. I want Facebook Friday. Yeah, not because I want to. You know that.
I know.
Videos, TikToks, Facebook posts, patterns. This is what I want to focus on. And if my plan works, Barb knows the plan. I'm not going to say the plan yet, but if the plan goes through,
It'll be awesome.
it will be amazing, and I actually might be able to do exactly what I want to do next year. So let's hope. Let's get through the next, what, 20,
fingers crossed.
25 days of this year, 29, 30, whatever. I don't know, 800 days until it's over.
29.
So, this is not for you guys. I'm looking at something going, that doesn't make sense. That's for me.
It says things to do.
It says things to do. That's not for you.
We're in Dunellen and the villages. Are you going to be? Ginger lives close to
I
there.
don't know. I have
She
no
has no
idea.
clue, Ginger,
I
so-
have no idea. My first guild is the the Quilt Guilds of the Villages. The Quilt Guild of the Villages. It's QGOTV, because I always laugh because it says TV and it's not a TV show. My life is a TV show. So that is where I will be Tuesday night, and then Wednesday all day for a class. Thursday, I have this all written down very specifically. Because I can't remember. Thursday, I will also be in the Villages at Cut Up and Sew, which is really funny. Cut Up and Sew.
That's cute.
And I will be teaching there. And then I will be going on Friday to, I don't know the name of the guild, as bad as it is. I don't think she ever told me. It's the Spruce Creek, I call it the Spruce Creek Guild. I don't know what their actual guild name is, but that's when I'm going to Dunellen.
Yeah.
That's that. And then on Friday, I am done, Jessica, with Ellen. And then I'm going to spend the weekend with my sister in North Carolina. Because I need a break.
Okay, question for you.
Yes, ask me all the questions, and then we're going to talk about my list.
Are you selling the lighted SMC signs that you stole from my idea? Not my idea, but my sign.
Well, yeah, what's yours say?
So bossy. SEW. But my daughter-in-law gave me that.
You like my fingerprints all over it?
Oh, clean your
Be
sign.
careful. Be careful. Your DNA is everywhere. Not right now, I'm not. But again, this is what's on that list of things. That's that list. It's things that I want to do. Things that I want to accomplish. So, not yet, but it is on the list. There's a whole long list. Mm-hmm. I just need to get my possible new employee question mark on the same page as me, and we'll see. So I don't need to look at my
I have to vet him
fingerprints.
first, though. I got to make sure that the new employee fits the mold.
I have potentially 2 new employees. I just haven't talked to one of them, but if that one is watching, she probably knows. So anyway, that is on the list. Bag tags, more templates. There's a lot of stuff on the list. If you've asked me to do anything, I didn't forget about you. I can't deal anymore this year. So it will happen. Yes. Are there any other questions? Or shall we go on to part 2?
I think part 2 is
Okay. All right. So, because it is the holidays. That was an exciting thing that happened. I'll tell you about that later. Okay. So because it is that time, we need quick gifts. We need scrap busting gifts. We need things if we're going to holiday markets like Karen is or anybody else, and we need those little things because we want to make something to make money. We need lots of ideas. So since a lot of you are new or maybe have forgotten, because I forget a lot too, I do have a lot of free videos on my YouTube channel. And rather than grabbing patterns, because majority of the patterns have hardware, or you have to order the pattern, you have to get more things, you have to invest more money, wait for shipping, blah, blah, blah. So I decided to go with the stuff that we probably have at home, which is scraps and zippers, and all of my free patterns. So I wanted to kind of go through some of those with you. And before I do, my friend Nicole from Sonar, that's SEWGNAR, Sonar. It's got a little, it's the little thing with a tusk is a narwhal, I think is her logo. You know what I mean. Those little sea unicorns. I saw yesterday, is doing 12 Days of Christmas on her YouTube channel. All free, all scrap busters. Perfect stuff if you're trying to like make stuff quick and use up all your scraps. So check out my channel and go check out hers too. She's on day 2. Yesterday was this cute, simple and great for scraps. Little corner bookmark holder. She's got.
I saw that.
Yeah, she's got a heart and like a
It
triangle.
was embroidered, wasn't it?
No, actually, she didn't even do anything on it, but you could do that too.
I saw another one.
Super. I did see another one yesterday too that was embroidered. I'm like, that's weird. And I made those years ago. I'm like, that's so weird how things pop back up.
Yep.
But she did that, and today I think is a wallet. So she is based on cork. Like everything she does is in cork. So you got cork scraps, you got things to do. So some of the things, so I grabbed everything I could find that was free on my channel, and I don't know why. It's a narwhal, thank you. Whatever, it's a sea unicorn. Same diff, you know what I meant. I am mental, I need a therapist. So,
You'll be okay, dear, don't
thank
worry.
you. I'm gonna lay down and talk to you.
It'll be on the floor. really
I
don't.
totally lost my
What
train of
happened to your
thought.
recliner?
Oh, my mother hasn't brought it here yet. My mom's coat rack that she wants to give me.
Yeah.
It's still holding all the coats. It was there at Thanksgiving piled with coats.
We just got off
Oh,
track.
I got off track, which is totally normal. I can't believe I didn't do this. I have playlists on my YouTube channel, as most people do. I never made a free pattern playlist. I just put them under tutorials.
Oh, that was silly.
That was just stupid. So I did that this morning. I moved everything over there so you can find it easier and made sure everything's set free. So in no particular order, I'm just going to remind you of all the free stuff that I have out there just to get your creative juices flowing. So,
A boxy pouch.
I got a boogie. Okay, boxy pouch.
What did you say? You got boogers?
No, booger. Oh, and it's got too much stuff in here. There we go. It's got bubble wrap and it was stuck. So, boxy pouch, fully lined. All it takes is fabric or cork, a little bit of interfacing, and a zipper. We all have this stuff at home. This is like bag maker basic stuff.
Bag Maker 101.
Bag Maker 101. There's 3 different sizes. The sizes that I make, I think this one's the large. So annoying. They're putting up new siding, and I'm not mad about it, but they literally do it every time I'm trying to talk or make a video. They're like, let's make noise with crazy tools, and they're right there.
Yep.
Sorry if you can hear that. So there's 3 different sizes. I have no idea where anything is. I keep losing things ever since we moved. I don't know where any of my stuff is.
Back in the closet
it's
back there?
probably in those bins.
Or back there, yeah.
Go on my website on the tutorials page, not the patterns page. Patterns you have to pay for. Go to the tutorials page. There's a link to the video. There's the sizes. There's all the basic supplies. There's also this one. There's a little one, and this is my favorite.
That's the little
It's just so
one.
cute. And this is for non-fraying material. So this is completely lined. No raw edges. It's totally finished inside. I don't even know what's inside. What did I use? I don't know. Beige. So totally finished. No seams. Everything's good. This is gonna be for like your bigger ones. I should have put tabs on this one. This is gonna be for your bigger stuff. You want some small scrap busting stuff. I even did this one and didn't box the corners, so it's like a flat little tissue holder. These are also free. These are going to be for anything non-fraying. Cork, vinyl, leather, craft tex, anything that doesn't fray, because your seam is in here and it's raw. It's not covered. So those are all free. Those are free on my channel. This is free. This is the laptop sleeve.
This thing is awesome.
I love this. I have several of these. I even made a giant one for my laptop, because you can make it to any tablet, any laptop, anything that you want. It's got a little padding.
So easy.
Super easy. It's got a pocket. You can put your mouse, your earbuds, pods, whatever. I don't know. I have no idea what's happening. Put anything you want in there. Put
Power
your
cords.
Put your phone in there. Put your cord. Put your
Paper.
coffee in there. I don't care. It gives you, again, the measurements, how to measure your device and how to cut your fabric. It is padded. It is a little squishy because it has fusible fleece, but don't drop your stuff on the floor because I'm not responsible for it. I will not buy you a new iPad.
Right.
I don't want to buy myself one, so you're not getting one.
You gonna buy me one?
I already did for Christmas.
Oh,
Don't worry. I got you the
sweet.
whole Apple bundle.
Oh, thank
yeah.
you.
I spent like at least, 10 grand on getting you all new Apple devices because you're that special to me. But Shelly got more because she's my actual best friend.
okay.
So
You wait, Shelley. You
another
wait,
tablet
Shelley.
sleeve.
You wait.
Then we have wallets, because if you're doing shows, and this is just my opinion, because again, I never sold bags at shows. I sold bags in other ways. If you don't carry a bag, you'll carry a wallet. Everybody needs a wallet. So we have Sydney and we have Daybreak, also free, also totally free. Cork only or non-fraying materials only because there are raw edges. So don't forget that. Again, I've said this before, you can make anything and adapt it however you want. You want to make this in fabric. I just don't think right now you want to do those calculations, and no, I'm not doing it for you. So these are all cork. That's buzz. I still use my original Sydney. It's looking a little dirty, but it's still holding up really well. I ripped one of my pockets here. I think it's this one. I didn't catch it or I didn't backstitch, but it still isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's still hanging in there. And I have my key fob for my car attached to it. So then when I get gas or do whatever I need, it's in my coat pocket and I carry this everywhere. And then this is what's in my purse with my cash and my credit cards and all my stuff in it. This is like my secondary wallet. This is the one that has like all the stuff that I need immediately. So it's got my license, but these are both free. Those are on there. Daybreak and Sydney. And then I wrote a list because I couldn't remember all the stuff that I had. I did that and that and that and that. Market tote. So a little bit more stuff, but does not need any hardware or zippers. I did it with pieces and then I embroidered it. You can do it out of one solid piece. I think it was Glenna during the virtual retreat was making these for all of her family and putting wine in them. They're like a good like bottle of wine kind of thing.
Exactly.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be just for like craft fairs and markets. If you're trying to do stuff for family, teachers, gifts, I mean, all teachers need alcohol. I'm pretty sure that's like a given. You know, family members. So easy peasy, use whatever fabric you have, no hardware, keep it simple. You don't have to embroider it. You don't even have to piece it. So that is free. This is a 4-part video because I did it as a collaboration with Janome and it has the embroidery. So there's definitely things you can skip on that. And that pattern is a free pattern. You can download it. And if you've made any of my bags, you really don't even need the video. Download the pattern for the measurements. It's boxing corners and making handles. It's stuff that you guys have done over and over and over again. Not free, but the Taurus tote bag, which is really just a giant version of that, great quick gift. What are you laughing at?
A 2-bottle bag for all the lushes in your life.
Exactly, exactly. Amy has recovered from last time. You weren't here and I was giving her a heart attack while I was sewing all of these thick threads on my machine. She was panicking. But she's doing well now.
I guess so, yeah.
And let's see here. Okay.
I see something.
Trays.
Oh, there it is.
The trays. This was a free, I mean, I've talked about this before. This was a free file in the group, and then I made it into a video finally. You can do them out of cork. You don't have to line them. I like them better when they're lined. You can do them out of fabric. You can embroider them. Remember the cats? This was my Janome project. So these are super easy, and I use these all over my house. I had this at this weekend with my business cards in it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had, this one keeps usually my sewing machine stuff that I need nearby, my feet and everything. I have one of these on my dresser that keeps all of my everyday jewelry, my rings, my bracelets, and all my stuff goes in there. Not my watch, that has to get charged. You know, when I used to wear a regular watch, it went in there. All that kind of stuff. So that fabric or cork. And, oh, the chapstick holder. I love these little
I
things.
love those things.
You always make one to go with your bag. So little chapstick holders or whatever you want holders.
Yeah.
Measure your item and make whatever you want, and you can add a little clip to it. I embroidered one for a video, and I don't know where it is. I know I made it in the old studio, so Lord only knows where that went. But you can add a hook. I mean, look at the size of these scraps.
Yeah.
These are all those things that you're like, should I throw that out? I don't really want to. Now you can make it into something. You don't need a swivel hook. You can if you want, but you don't have to. But if you do, you can hook it into your purse and you know where your chapstick is.
Exactly.
So that's always helpful. And I didn't even write that one down and I remembered it. The video that I uploaded like 2 days ago, these things, again, I just, you know, gift card, business card, whatever you want in there. A friend of mine has square business cards and asked me if I can make him one. So I like adjusted it to his measurements. You know, there's so many different things. This one's Eric's, but I took it. That's his business colors, but who cares? So
Exactly.
and it's scraps. There are 3x7 scraps and it's out of cork. The video took me, I think the video is 8 minutes long and I made this and the video in like under 12 minutes. Like the entire filming, making, you can get all your cutting done and you can whip these out in like 3 to 4 minutes. I said under 10 because I'm trying to give you a little bit of room there, but you can embroider on it. You know, someone's been embroidering. You can put some initials on there.
Don't let Judy hear that. I haven't done anything since class. I've
Judy.
been long-arming.
You've been really busy.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I think those are all the free stuff that I have. And then, I mean, you can make anything you want, but you have all these. Go to Nicole's YouTube channel. You've got 2 days already done. She's got 10 more days of all these Christmas things. She's got some free stuff on there. And then Stephanie from Quilt Addicts Anonymous just did the Everly backpack, which is actually a very quick one. You do need a lot of hardware for it, but it's quick. Barb knows. You used to make those things all the time. So there's lots of things you can make real quick. And it's that time of the year where we all need quick things. My mom, of course, picks 2 of the more complicated bags that she wants for Christmas.
What does she want this year?
The same thing as last year. She wants a Prima Diva and she wants an Everly, all out of cork, or not Everly, excuse me, Evie, all out of cork with a recess zipper and magnets on the flap. Mom. But she's my mom, and she's the only one that I really make anything like that for, so she will get it. It might be finished on Christmas Eve, but whatever. And she said, I don't care what you do it out of this year, you pick. I said, okay.
Oh, dear. Oh, boy.
Oh, no, we know hope. We know how hope is. And then 2 minutes later goes, this is pretty. I said, oh, the blue marble, you like that one? Yeah, I'll have that one.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I thought I was picking. No? Okay, so I'm not picking.
No.
So
you'd end up remaking something.
No, you know what? She's really good. She would take anything that I gave her, but sometimes when you tell me do whatever you want, I'm like, oh, I don't know where to start. So I was kind of glad she picked something, but she really doesn't care. And she's reminded me twice already. Well, I already told you what I wanted for Christmas. Yes, I know. So she speaks her mind. So, you know, that's my mom. Yeah. Yes. Let me look on my list here and see if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. Pat Cunningham said this yesterday on Log Cabin, and I don't know if any of you watched the video, but I didn't even realize this. I don't get out much. I don't do concerts and things like that. But the big thing right now is any of these arenas, they want you to have clear bags. Or you have to have a certain size bag. Well, Pat didn't know, and Pat has a Lucy bag, which isn't huge, but big enough. She said when she got there, they told her she couldn't bring her purse in. She had to turn around and go back to her car. She got the measurements. The measurements for our arena, can't speak for everywhere, are the exact size of the Charlotte.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if you're going to the arena in Albany, Charlotte's the perfect size. So check with your halls, anywhere that you're going, if you're going to any Christmas stuff, because you need to know what you're allowed to bring in.
You can bring that in, and it doesn't have to be clear.
Yes, in our case. In other places, yes, it has to be clear. In some cases, it can be clear in any size. Everybody has a different parameter. So these are things that I don't think about because I don't go to these things. So if you have stuff planned, check before you get there so you don't have to go back to your car. I think, last but definitely not least, Monday is the 5th, guys.
I was going to say, don't forget
swaps. If you haven't sent your swap out, I hope you've started it at least. If you have not sent your swap out, Monday is the deadline for shipping it. If you can't do it, please tell me. I will be in Florida. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, but I'll figure it out. But please tell me if you're going to be a day or so late, let me know, but it's not the end of the world. I just need to know that it's going out. And please post, if you're on the Facebook group, if you're not, join. But if you're in the Facebook group and you're watching this on Facebook, you're on Facebook, make sure that you post. If you're on YouTube watching our videos and that's how you signed up, I understand. Just let me know that you got your swap gift so I can tell your partner it's received, they love it, or I can forward your email to them, Just try to let them know. People put a lot of hard work into these gifts and they just want to make sure that you got it and that you like it. And oh my God, you guys are killing it.
Gosh.
I mean, you made a freaking quilt for Shelly. Like, what are you doing? I've never even gotten a quilt.
I'm a real affluent bag maker. I don't make a lot of
But
bags.
you used to. But you didn't. You made her a beautiful Taurus tote bag. But
to match her quilt.
To match her quilt. But I am watching, and Lisa said yesterday, wow, some of those swaps are amazing.
Really?
And I'm like, you guys, you're doing exactly what I wanted you to do, and you're spoiling your partner, and it's so, I love it. I love this community. So much. You guys are awesome, and I am like jealous of every one of you going, man, those are so nice gifts. That's really nice. You're buying gifts for people's pets. You're making them extra things. You're giving them fabric. You're giving them cork and gift certificates. You guys are just absolutely killing it. I want to do another swap right now. Like I want gifts. I want swap gifts. You guys are so good. I can't sign up. I can't. But thank you, Barbara Becker. Our arena has changed names
It's MVP.
It's MVP. It was the Knickerbocker. It was the Pepsi. Yeah, that thing has changed names more times than anything in my life. And I've lived in this area my whole life, and every time I turn around, to me, I always call it the Pepsi Arena because that's the one when I was a teenager. Then it was the TU Center. I'm like, I don't know what it's called anymore. But that sign on the thruway is probably this thick now.
It's gotta be.
Putting new names on top of it. Just stop selling it and changing the name. Oh my God.
Okay, Heather wants a Christmas in July swap.
Oh, I like that idea. That's fun.
She should need more Texas stuff.
Need more Texas. Oh, I know what she's talking about. All of our Texas coffee is gone. And I have not had any of it because Eric drank it all. So, and he really likes it and reminds me how much he really likes it every time he makes a cup. I really like this coffee. Whatever. So.
Didn't know there was Texas coffee.
It's from Heb, H-E-B.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yep.
their brand, and there's
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, I'm going to do it again. Pecan.
Pecan.
It's pecan. I'm from New York. I'm from the East Coast. It's pecan. I said pecan, and Tricia and Shelly were like, huh? It's pecan. I'm like, it's pecan. So it's pecan
Shelly,
coffee.
it's pecan.
It's pecan. Just like this, and I'm pecan. It's pecan coffee, and then there was another one, and I think there might have been one K-cup left this morning, and I was like, okay, I guess he's enjoying these. My dogs haven't even gotten any because he drinks his coffee black, and they're in it for the creamer, just as I am. So
it's a taste of Austin coffee.
Yes, and if you go to Austin or Texas and they have an H-E-B, if you like K-cups, it smells delicious. From what I've heard, it's great. Oh, but we also got some candy. You got pecan. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I got toffee.
I got pecan.
Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good.
It's still delicious. I'm doling it out slowly.
Yeah.
It's
Every
so
so
good.
often she'll ask if I want a piece. Oh, and speaking of candy, my breakfast this morning was sponsored by Annette.
Yes. Thank you,
Who
Annette.
bought us a giant box of chocolate.
Exactly.
I don't know if you guys love us or if you're trying to give us diabetes, but regardless, we are very happy about all of the candy.
Exactly.
So thank you. And some of you just literally randomly send us gifts, and you don't just send me gift. You're like, hey, Barb, here, can you give this to Barb? I'm like,
Thank you.
You guys are seriously the nicest people on the planet, and I love you. And that is why I can laugh when I get bad emails, because I'm like, people like me. It doesn't have to be you, though. So it's totally fine. So Karen, smash it, kill it. When you go to you're gonna do great. We want to hear, post a picture of your setup in the group so we can see how it looks, and then we can praise you and we can give you all the words of encouragement that you need. And for the rest of you, if you have questions, if there's anything we can help you with, we'll do the best we can. I will be in Florida next week, so there won't be Facebook Live on Friday. I don't even want to look at the comments. I'm sorry. Don't make sad faces. But let me see. I think then we're good until. Oh man, that's how close we are to the end of the year. Yeah. So
gosh.
No Facebook Live on the 9th. The 16th.
That's a virtual.
I don't know if I'm gonna be with you because I might be home. I don't know. Well, so I'll make a trip. And then,
my God.
Should we do that day? Will we be here?
Why not?
Yeah.
And the 16th.
Yeah. And
it's
then
a virtual party.
it's our Christmas
holiday
party. And you're coming.
Facebook Live. Yeah, but I'm going to be here.
I know, but you're gonna go home.
Well, maybe you should be here and we'll just do it from here.
Okay then. So there you go. And then I guess we'll be here Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
It's
doesn't
that
bother me.
It's that close. How did this
crazy.
happen?
That's crazy.
But also I'm really happy because this year needs to jump off a cliff. So that's gonna do it. Barb's gonna go back and keep shipping your orders. Thank you for being
Barb could
awesome.
do a solo show next week.
Exactly, Mary. She's good. She knows where all the buttons are. She'll be good. So, Deb, do you have a show this weekend too? Like, show us. We want to see. And listen, I'm giving you permission right now. I don't care if all the stuff on your table is mine. Show them to us because we want to praise you. But show them because maybe you'll encourage somebody else who doesn't know how they want to set stuff up. So show us. Post some stuff in the group for us. Amy, you are very welcome. I'm glad that you're calm now. Amy was cracking me up because she was like, ooh, I could feel it through the computer. She was like, oh my God, that's so intense. And it was great. So So, all right, I think that's it. Are we good?
I think we're good.
All right, you shutting it?
Now, if I don't knock the table off.
If you don't fall, do not, no falling.
If I don't trip over something.
We'll see you guys in
Wires,
2 weeks.
umbrella.
There's a lot
See you
here.
guys later.
Bye.
Bye.